Hello everyone. I hope everyone is fine. Today we are going to start the next portion of microorganisms are friends or foe. In that we are going to see the nitrogen fixation, how actually takes place in the atmosphere, and the decomposers of microbes, which microbes helps in the decomposition, why it is a necessary, how it takes place. Those things we are going to be clear here, and some of the harmful microorganisms also we will see. So in last session we have seen or we have studied about the those microorganisms which helps in fixing the nitrogen by taking up from the atmosphere. Okay, so those how done, that we are going to see through the cycle. Okay, so in the atmosphere different types of the cycles takes place in the nature. Okay, that is not get carried out by the human beings, that actually done by the nature only. So those how get takes place, that we are going to see. So we will move towards our the slide. First one, that is a nitrogen cycle through the rhizobium. We have seen the rhizobium is one of the bacteria which helps in the fixing the atmospheric nitrogen in the roots in the form of a nodules. Is it so? Same how it done, or how it takes place through the cycle, that we are going to see. So you can see the one cycle is there. Okay, so it's started from the fixing the nitrogen. So you can see guys, let me show you here. So these are actually the bacteria which used to be fixed. Is it so? The nitrogen which are actually present in the nature, so you can see these are the different forms of the nitrogen, ammonia. Is it so? These used to be take up by these microorganisms. Okay, again these microorganisms used to be fixed, getting. So we can start from here also. Wait. So let me clear the points first of all. So the nitrogen cycle, which the nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, is it? So nitrogen which is present in the atmosphere, that is get consumed, by the microbes through the leguminous plant. Leguminous plant means those which are used to give the pulses. Is it like groundnuts and different types of the pulses, or the beans and all these things. Okay, so those used to be fix the nitrogen in the plants. Later the plants are going to be eaten by the different types of the cattles, like a goat and the different cattles which use we for the farming purposes. Okay, those then again get eaten by the what can we say, forest animals like the lion. Is it? And after that lion is going to be eat through the different types of the animals, means like the chain which we have seen in the previous class, that is predator, prey, and the all these things, decomposers and all these things. Same the nitrogen fixation cycle is also the same here. The after the plant eaten by the cattle, that cattle get eaten by the lion, again that lion get die. After the time goes on, as like the that will get die, and that whenever that predator get die. Okay, so we have studied that whenever the body will get mix up with the soil. Is it so? Last the later stage will be the decomposition. Is it so? How the decomposition done? By the degrading the complex material or the complex body which is made up of the carbon, that is known as the organic matter. Is it so? That is get decomposed. It means that whatever the nitrogen has get eaten by that lion through the different stages. Is it from the plant, then the cattle, then by itself. Is it then later it is going to be mixed up with the soil. That is actually what happening, directly getting mixed up that nitrogen inside the soil again. Is it that nitrogen has came from the atmosphere, again gone through the plant, again that gone through the goat, again that goat has eaten by the lion, again that lion, as the periods goes on, the lion get die and mix up with the soil, and that soil has got mixed up by that lion's body consisting the nitrogen gases. or the materials, is it? So it means that the nitrogen is coming from the atmosphere, again it's going into the atmosphere. So decomposers are we are going to see in the different stages. So see, after that mix up in the soil, the body of that soil, again that nitrogen is mixing in the soil, and this is actually the nitrogen cycles, and the nitrogen is converted into the nitrate, and nitrate is converted into nitrogen. These are the actually different stages. So you have to just keep in mind that the nitrogen which comes from the atmosphere get fixed up by the different microorganism in the leguminous plant. That leguminous plant or different types of the plants get eaten by the cattle, then again that cattle got eaten by the lion. The lion, after the time goes on, it will get die, and it mix up the decomposed body into the soil, and that mixing the nitrogen into the soil, again it's converting into the nitrate form, then the nitrogen form, and likewise the nitrogen fixation takes place. Okay, we will move towards the next, that is a microbes as a decomposers. So first of all, before knowing the microbes as the decomposer, first of all we should know what is mean by the decomposition and what is mean by the decomposers. So decomposition is the actually the process in which the organic material which is made up of the carbon compound, is it, that is a complex one, should get broke down in the smaller form or the simpler form. That process is known as a decomposition. The process in which the complex organic matter broken down into the simpler form is known as a decomposition. Then the organism which helps in the decomposition known as a decomposers. So those organisms which involved in the breaking down of that complex body material, those known as a decomposer. So those who involved, for example, like a bacteria and the fungi or the fungi. Okay, so this helps in the decomposition of the complex material. Next, how do decomposers helps us? See guys, so it helps us the environment to get rid of a dead and decaying matter. So how the decomposers helps to just to vanish or just to be finish up the dead bodies from the environment instead of making it polluting, is it? So that should get decomposed, that should get vanish out through the environment. That's why the decomposers are very helpful for us. And another reason is that along with that they are enriching, they are adding the nutrients in the soil to make the soil as a fertile. This is actually the reason. So why, how it actually happening, whatever the nutrients are present in the bodies after getting die, those materials are mixing up with the soil, and that soil is directly or indirectly become a fertile one, which is helpful for the farming processes. This is actually the how the decomposers help us, is it? So this much is about the microbes which are helps in the decomposers. The bacteria and fungi helps in the decomposition. So next, harmful microorganism. Till now we have seen the microbes which helps in the different purposes for our helpful. Those are the actually the friends, is it? Those microbes which are helpful, those are known as a friend microbes, is it? So now we are going to see which are very foe for us, which are very harmful for our health and the different purposes. So which type of the microbes those are in the nature which lead us to cause its different types of the diseases, is it? So first of all we should know what is mean by the disease. So disease is the result in a change or in either the functioning or the appearance of one or more system of the body of the worse. So see guys, so disease is the one stage in which our body will show some changes inside or outside. So that's why they have known as the our body can be function, the regular functions are as our body done, it's must be get irregular or must be appear like a dysfunctioning, is it? Next, and it appears different means our body system insidely will get disturbed and from outside of the body. Physically also we can able to identify that some changes has done due to something has going inside our body, and those who are responsible for leading to a disease and cause some suffering from something else, those are actually the which type of the microbes, those we are going to study here. Okay, so this is actually the disease which helps, or sorry, which leads in causing a different types of the diseases. So which they are common diseases we are going to see here. Next is that is the pathogen. So don't be get confused that what is mean by the microorganism and the pathogens. Okay, microbes are sometimes may be a helpful and the harmful, but pathogens are actually the harmful, which leads to causes different types of the diseases which are not helpful or which are not good for our health. So the pathogens are the disease causing organisms are called as the pathogen. So disease causing organisms means the pathogens, means which leads us to cause a different types of the diseases. Next, so those are like parasites. We have seen the parasites means which live on the living body to get the nutrient from the living body and to survive for themselves also. So those are actually the parasites. And the bacteria, virus, fungi, protozoa, worms, so these are actually the microbes which are very harmful for our body and can lead to suffer different types of the diseases. Now the diseases in humans, so which type of the common diseases which we suffer? So those are some common diseases caused by the pathogens like a typhoid, pneumonia, common cold, malaria, cholera, measles or measles, or the chicken pox. So these are actually we normally see in our daily life. Most of the peoples may suffer from such a diseases. So how they get caused, who is responsible for causing it, which type of a microbes help in the causing such a diseases, that we are going to see here. First one, that is the typhoid. So typhoid, most of we have members have suffered from the typhoid. So we know some symptoms, how it done and how it will cure. So those things we only be going to be see here. Next, typhoid, the pathogen which is responsible for causing the typhoid, that is a bacteria. It's bacteria and its a family, that is a Salmonella typhi. The Salmonella typhi is the bacterial name which used to cause a typhoid. So some of the diseases guys like a typhoid, cholera, pneumonia, common cold, these we have seen in previous classes also. So we are just going through the in details. Okay, next, so how it got entered means how this bacteria got entered in our body through the by eating a contaminated food and the water. So the contaminated food and water means those have not handled properly, like unhygienic. For example, like if you have eaten something from the outside which is present in the market or any other the unhygienic things, like you will get through the stalls and the small rest hotels like things. So those not used to be handled the properly the food materials and not covered properly. So that's why we must get or we will suffer from typhoid, because those have food got contaminated with the different types of the microorganisms. So one of that is the bacteria Salmonella typhi, and the primarily reach into the small intestine. So where it actually affect first of all inside our body, the Salmonella typhi inside the intestine, so small intestine. So this is actually the one of the digestive part of our body, is it? So you have learned in the 7th standard about the alimentary canal, is it? The small intestine which is consisting of a coil like structure, is it? So those actually helps in the digestion and absorption processes. So directly it affecting means that the small intestine is directly affecting it. Next, symptoms means which are the signs we can identify that the typhoid has caused to us. So that is the high fever, headache, weakness and stomachache. So these are the actually the signs which has occurred whenever the typhoid will be caused to us. Next, what are the treatments for the typhoid curing? Those are the diagnosis using the blood culture and the urine. So see guys, blood culture, don't get confused here. The culture means the sample. So by testing the blood or diagnosing the blood sample or the urine sample, you can identify. And next option is that the Vidal test. So Vidal test is the one of the test which is specifically used only for the typhoid treatment. Next, so by using some antibiotics which are available in the market or might be get given by the medical means the doctor which you used to be get treated by him, so he can provide some antibiotics which are related to the typhoid disease. Next, that is the pneumonia. So pneumonia, how it get caused? Due to the pathogen like a bacterium class, that is a streptococcus pneumonia. So this is the common bacteria guys, streptococcus. So most of the diseases which are commonly caused inside our body or outside, so that is actually responsible the streptococcus pneumonia. So streptococcus pneumonia is the bacteria, and another one is a Haemophilus influenza. Okay, so these bacteria you have to keep the mind in these words. So the pneumonia and pathogen are the streptococcus pneumonia and Haemophilus influenza. So pathogen, how it entered inside our body? Through the contaminated air. See, the air which is contaminated means the polluted air which is very responsible for causing the pneumonia. Second option is that inhalation of a droplet released by the infected persons, mean those who are suffering from the pneumonia, if they have a coughed or they sneezed in the environment, if you are contacted with such a person, if you are just contacting or just nearby such a person, so due to such a person's that environment around him get contaminated and you peoples must get infected. Next, primarily it reach to the lungs. Obviously if the droplets or the lungs or the ear, it means we are inhaling directly through our nose, that's going after the nose next to the part that is the lungs, it means that the second part of our body that get infected, that is the first one, that is the lungs. Next, alveoli get infected. So alveoli is the branch like structure which is present inside our lungs wall. Okay, so those actually the one of the most important part of the lungs which is helps in the exchanging the carbon dioxide and oxygen molecules or the gases through the our body. Okay, inside and outside which is exchange, that is only the alveoli. So mostly the alveoli if will get affected, then it will disturb our exchanging the oxygen and carbon dioxide gases, getting? So that's why the lungs will get affected. Then what are the symptoms? High fever, chill means feeling very cold, then cough, short breath, headache, weakness. Why the short breath? Because alveoli helps in the exchanging the oxygen and carbon dioxide, that's why the breathing process will be get shortened. Next, what are the treatment for the pneumonia? These are the get diagnosed using the urine test, same as of the typhoid. Next, the mucus test. Okay, next there is a chest x-ray because it affect on the lungs. Next, it treated with the course of some antibiotics which are available in the market on by or by the given by the some physicians, so you can able to be treated. Next, the malaria. So most of we are related with the malaria, it's actually caused by the mosquito. Okay, the mosquito means the different types of the mosquitoes are present in the environment and the nature, so those we are going to see here. The pathogen like a protozoa and plasmodium. So malaria is actually the parasitic disease. Okay, parasitic means as I've told you that live in our body, on our body, and may lead us to cause a diseases, so some type of disease. So protozoa and the plasmodium, it's actually the name of that protozoa. Next, plasmodium vivax, plasmodium falciparum, and the plasmodium malaria. So these are actually the names of that protozoa. So the pathogen entry has done by the bite of the female Anopheles mosquito. So there, as I told you, the different types of the mosquitoes which are present in our nature. So one of is responsible for causing the malaria, that is the female Anopheles. If the female type of a mosquito will be bite to our skin, okay, that will be directly get leave some infections in our blood. Okay, after biting it will infect or they release some droplets in our skin. Okay, and later it goes through the liver. Okay, then liver, then it will be rupture the then it will be infect the liver again through the blood. Okay, through the blood it will travel through our body. Okay, slowly it will infect our blood cells also. So this is actually that cycle. So you can see in the image as I was shown you, but it's not necessary for you. Just you have to be keep those things in mind, like a pathogen entry which is the responsible for causing malaria, and the treatments which is helpful for the treating the malarial disease. So the symptoms are like high fever, same chills as we seen for the two diseases, then the headache, body ache, nausea and the vomiting. Such things will be cause or they appear, then you can identify that the malaria has done to us, or you can show to a different type of a physicians. Next treatment is that the diagnosed using a blood test and the liver function test. So liver function means the samples they will take, or the some functions can be get identified by the doctors. So at that time they will let you know. Next, the treated with a anti-malarial drug. So anti-malarial drug means one of the is that I can give you example, that hydrochloroquine. So hydrochloroquine is mostly nowadays using for the corona virus also, just to suppress that disease. So for against the COVID-19, the hydrochloroquine. Next, so this is actually used for the malarial infection. That is a measles. So measles is the actually you can see in the image guys, some baby one of the baby has just infected by the measles, means the small radish or the reddish the spherical bubbles on the baby body. So those are actually the measles. Most of they have might be have we have suffered in the childhood. Okay, so those are the pathogens like viruses. Parama- Paramaxovirus. So paramaxovirus is the actually the melasses causing. So how it entered through the transmitted the droplets from the nose and the throat mouth. So if any the infections are surrounding us, so that will get infected through the droplets of the any of the ear droplet. Okay, then it goes through the nose, then the throat, then the mouth. Then highly infectious children are more prone to the infections, so which are very weak in health. Okay, such childs can be get affected very soon. Next, what is the symptom? Continuous dry cough. Next, what is the treatment? No any treatment, but consumption of a vitamin A may reduce the symptom. See guys, so symptoms like a dry cough, okay, and the different the slowly as per the time goes, the redness will be goes. Okay, so some of the treatments are not there, but by consuming the vitamin A, so we can be able to reduce the melasses. So vitamin A will be get through the different types of the leafy vegetables and the pulses, milk and the egg. So by using or by utilizing these food materials, you can reduce or ride on the melasses disease. So this was about the harmful microorganism which cause a common diseases to human beings. Okay, this was about actually for the human diseases. So in the next session we will see about the diseases in the animals and the plants. Okay, so for any doubts and difficulties you can ask me anytime. Thank you.